Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today is it's Sunday, the 17th of August. So today I'm gonna be looking at NASDAQ, right? Using daily swings, daily swing points, and the 1 hour price section to try and anticipate what it's about to, what we might expect on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Monday and Tuesday, right? Since we are not looking at the daily perspective. So the first thing that so this candlesticks right about here, they're from the daily time frame. They are the three consecutive daily time frames candles from Friday, Thursday, and Wednesday. So uh sorry about that. So we gonna have to look at price action, what price did. Uh let's look at price from here, right? So in Wednesday, price expanded to the downside, right? From here, you can see price expanded to the downside, and then since then it was on in a range since Wednesday and until Thursday, right? So it started consolidating, and then during PPI, price expanded to the downside, right? So this price action right about here, we couldn't trade this price action because we don't have any expansion, we don't have any price that we can trade for. The only thing that we've been waiting for is what the change in the state of delivery. Something like this, whereby price gonna have to leave the range, come back for a retest in a tricklish movement in a corrective manner, and then go to the downside. So that's when we're gonna trade. Not that price, expand to the downside. Then our expansion is met with an expansion, right? So we don't trade such movements. As you can see from here, this expansion was met with another expansion, which is a sign of a reversal to the upside, right? And obviously, we trade when we trade, we're looking at putting take profit like at our respected our protected swing. So at the moment, this was our protected swing. As you can see, it stood this area right about here. As you can see, it stood this area right about here. So this was our protected swing point right about here, right? This was our protected swing point. The price went to the downside, and then our expansion was met with an expansion. That is why we couldn't reach this price action, right? And then from there, uh, we had a sweep of our protected swing point, right? After sweeping, price rejected back inside, right? After rejecting back inside what we are anticipating. So for us to look for those selling opportunities, since we left the range and then rejected back inside. Same thing as here, this is the rejection. We left the range and rejected back inside. Same thing here, we left the range and rejected back inside. Meaning, for us to trade this price action, we are looking for the change in the state of delivery either on the both side. Either price manages to push higher, close above this rejection, give us a retracement to continue high, or we're looking for price to come and do a change in the state of delivery right about here. Change the state of delivery right about here, sell to the downside, give us a retracement, and we're looking for those selling opportunities to the downside. But since Thursday, the whole Thursday price started ranging until Friday, it started ranging. So this movement, we just avoiding this movement because just a simple range, right? So we had our consolidation right about there, our consolidation right about there, right? So there's only one opportunity that got presented in the market, but I didn't take it, right? So we started consolidating, and then we left the consolidation with an expansion right about here. We left them. consolidation with an expansion, then we retrace with a gap, right? So price gap back inside. So as you can see from here, with a gap, because the last closing price was here, but the opening price of this pressure, the opening price is down here. So it opened with a gap right about here to the upside, and then price started sailing to the downside, right? So even this movement, I wouldn't trade this movement because of how it is expanding. So basically, I'm looking for a triggish movement, or if we had an expansion met with a consolidation, that's when we can trade the price. But then currently, when you have an expansion met with expansion, you couldn't trade price action. So at the moment, as you can see from here, we basically had this expansion, met this expansion, then we started consolidating, right? So we started ranging from there, started having a consolidation. Now, for me to have a selling opportunity, for me to sell, at the first thing, at first, the first thing, we don't have a protected swing, right? The first thing that we need now is a protected swing. Protected swing how? We're looking for the market to go to the upside, sweep the high of the range. After sweeping the high of the range, come and change the state of delivery, give us a retracement, and we look for those selling opportunities to the downside, right? Or what? We have a reversal from this consolidation, because remember, we have different phases that may occur after a consolidation. We might have a manipulation, change in the state of delivery, and continue pushing to the upside, right? So this is the analysis that are made based on the 1 hour time frame. When we look at daily time frame, we have been failing to close below previous daily lows. Like we have been sweeping the lows and failing to close below, which shows that the market is losing strength, right? The first thing, it shows that the sellers don't have that much strength to put the price lower. The second thing is that we might be in a retracement phase whereby we're just retracing. It's not basically a move to, no, we are not in a selling phase. We're just retracing to the downside, right? So I don't like going to a daily time frame, but then let's go to the daily time frame to look at this price action. So as you can see from the daily time frame right about here, we had an expansion, and after an expansion, we swept the high right about there. Sweeping the high, we failed to close above, right, with this candle. Then we had 3 days of retracement. So after this retracement, we will look forward an expansion, right? Expansion from where, as you can see from here, before the market expanded to the upside, we left an order block right about here, leaving an order block. So price might be respecting this order block right about here to expand to the upside. And right about here, we have liquidity, which is what consecutive lining lows right about here. We have liquidity at the upside, and look at the strength. Comparing the candlesticks, the bullish candlesticks and the bearish. As you can see, when you buy, we have strong candlesticks. You can see from here, we have strong candlesticks. But then when we sell, we have small candlesticks with wicks. We have small candlesticks. So we might look for those expansions to the upside when it comes to next week. So, but we need to look for basically. Uh, we need to look for confirmations, right? So currently we had this expansion and then consolidation. So from here, we're gonna be, waiting for price to present to us whether it's going to sell down, manipulate this low, give us those retracement or continue to the upside, or give us a change in the state of delivery by pushing all through our current expansion, which is this one, pushing through here, giving us those retracements, and then look for those buying opportunities to the upside. So let's wait for Monday to play out. I don't like to trade Mondays, so let's wait for Monday to play out, and then we'll see what the market, has in store for us.